Hey guys, J3T Funny Man here with a bit of a different thing going on. I know I haven't uploaded in a long time. You've heard all this stuff before though. I just get these moods where I don't really feel like uploading or can't upload due to certain circumstances. And then I get these fits where I really want to upload and then I just record improperly and I get all upset about everything. Anyway, not a gaming video this time. I was bored trying to frighten one of my friends. Frighten. Oh god, that was a hard F. Sorry about that. But I'm trying to frighten one of my friends, and I ended up writing a little bit of a creepypasta like story. It's very generic, I'll give it that, and it starts out quite odd. But hey, I thought I'd give it a shot, and I did. They liked it, and I read it to some of my other friends. They said that they liked it and suggested that I upload it, or like record and upload it. So, I suppose here we go. Hope you guys enjoy. Spoiler: this does start really stupid, like really stupid. SpongeBob levels of stupidity. You'll you'll see what I mean. There once was a man from Peru who dreamed he was eating his shoe. He awoke with a fright in the middle of the night to find that something just didn't seem right. It had been a noise that had woken him, he believed, and he could have sworn that he heard the sound of a cupboard slowly creaking shut, as though someone or something was trying very hard as to not wake him. This wouldn't be a problem, obviously, if it weren't for the fact that he lived alone. Cautiously, the man got out of bed and, thinking someone must have broken in, grabbed the first thing he could find to use as a weapon. It seemed that an old, large wooden cross would have to suffice. Slowly and carefully, he made his way to the bedroom door, which lightly creaked as it opened. Now he knew something was in the house, because it did, he heard the sound of quick, panicked footsteps starting from his door and quickly becoming nothing but a blur, disappearing down his hallway. No, it had been at his door. It had been, because no human can move that quickly, not in that manner, not on all fours. Terrified, the man locked his door and promptly decided he would call the police in the morning, reporting a break-in. Needless to say, the man didn't sleep for the rest of the night. Morning came all too slowly, but there were no real problems up until that point. The policeman came, and the man asked if there were any similar cases in the area. The officer just gave an empty smile and shook his head no. Without describing what he had seen, there was nothing that they could do for him. The man knew that no one would believe his story. Nothing had been stolen, and nothing was out of place. Well, okay. There was this weird carving on the door of the man's room. The digits 6573. There was no real case to be made, though. The officer soon left and suggested that the man just get some sleep. It was all over the news the next day. Officer found, dead. Digits 6573 carved in several places on his body, drawn on the surrounding surfaces in his blood. The same officer that the man had called. This was too odd to be coincidental, too specific. Those damn numbers. What did they mean? What the hell was wrong with those numbers? Weeks, perhaps even months, had gone by. The man had barely slept. He could swear that he saw the thing out of the corner of his eyes at night, or heard it scurrying around when he wasn't paying full attention. He couldn't shake the feeling that it was always just avoiding detection, as though it were right behind him and that, when he turned around, it moved relative to him to stay unnoticed. He knew it was still in the house. 6573, it was carved into all of his doors, all over his walls. Even inside of his room. How did it get in his room? The man's will had faltered, and he'd fallen asleep. He awoke to see the creature 3 feet away, balled up, staring back at him. It was a horrible sight, ghostly pale and even more so grossly thin. It had wide blue eyes that nearly seemed to glow, and scattered tufts of long, wiry blonde hair. Those digits, 6573 carved into its chest, and its mouth itself appeared to be carved on. It held a large needle filled with an incandescent green liquid inside of it. Noticing it had been seen, the creature tilted its head, smiled, and quickly climbed on the man, overpowering him in his drowsiness and jamming the needle into his chest over and over and over again. Accepting his fate, the man slowly slipped into unconsciousness. He awoke groggy, still a little out of it from the morphine. He looked down at the straps keeping him in the chair, then up to the beautiful blonde nurse in front of him. She was a rather pale woman, but she had the most caring, amazing blue eyes, and they almost seemed to sparkle. She wore an ID tag on her chest, number 6573. "Now, Mr. Johnson," the nurse said, catching him off guard. Did she know him? "Please try to remember our appointment next time." She chuckled. Of course she knew him. He knew her. "I'll try my best, Jenny." They shared an awkward laugh, and Jenny informed him that they had replaced the cushioning on the walls of his room. They wheeled him back that way, and she whispered to him one last time, "Just remember, 6573. The straps are undone, and the door is closed behind him. He had always enjoyed his brief times with Jenny. Such a nice woman, so understanding. It had been weeks, and his little closed-off room had begun to seem more and more like the old home. He was losing his memory again. He would need to remember to tell Jenny next time that they needed to up his dosage. It just didn't make it quite until the next treatment. 6573. He needed to remember that number. Using an old fork, he slowly carved the digits into the wall and decided he would go to bed. He awoke with a fright in the middle of the night to find that something just didn't seem right.